Hello everybody, welcome back to SSBCrack exams. I'm Radha, and in this particular session, I am here to answer the most of the students' burning question right now, and that is, what will be the expected cutoff for CTS 1 2022 examination? Now in this session, I'm going to give you the previous year's official cutoff, and on the basis of that, we are also going to give you the expected cutoff marks that the CTS 1 2022 examination will be launching very soon by the UPSC, right? So obviously, as you all know, that the CTS 1 2022 examination had already taken place all over the country's different examination centers, and the CTS 1 2022 aspirants have already taken their examination, which took place on 10th of April 2022, a Sunday. So now we are going to look into the different questions that came and also the difficulty level of the questions, and on the basis of that, what can be the expected cutoff. But before that, we will also check out the previous year's official cutoff marks of the written examination as well as of the final marks, that is the which combines both the written exam and the SSB interview cutoffs. So now we are going to look into the cutoff marks of the written examination for the previous year. So you can see in CTS 1 2017, for IMA, the written cutoff was 125, for INA it was 118, and it was 144 for AFA out of 300. Whereas for OTA, male and female, out of 200, the written cutoff was 82. For CTS 2 2017, out of 300, the written cutoff was 120 for IMA, 111 for INA, 135 for AFA, and out of 200, it was 86 for the OTA male and female. For CTS 1 2018, out of 300, the cutoff was 118 for IMA, 98 for INA, 138 for AFA, and 69, which was out of 200 for OTA. In CTS 2 2018, out of 300, the cutoff was 116 for IMA, 102 for INA, 131 for AFA, and 80 out of 200 for OTA. In CTS 1 2019, the cutoff was 116 for IMA, 105 for INA, and for AFA it was 129 out of the total 300 marks for the written exam. Whereas out of 200 marks, the cutoff was 78 for OTA. For CTS 2 2019, for IMA, the cutoff was 134, the written cutoff for INA was 122, and for AFA it was 148, and these are all out of 300, whereas for OTA, out of 200, the cutoff was 95. For CTS 1 2020, the cutoff for IMA was 130 out of 300, for INA 118 out of 300, 143 out of 300 for AFA, and 93 out of 200 for OTA. For CTS 2 2020, out of 300, the cutoff was 139 for IMA, 134 for INA, for AFA it was 152, and out of 200, it was 97 cutoff for OTA. For CTS 1 2021, the cutoff for IMA was 145 out of 300, 136 for INA out of 300, 158 out of 300 for AFA, and 107 out of 200 for OTA. For the CTS 2 2021, the cutoff has not been officially declared by the UPSC. Now we will also look into the final cutoff, that is calculated on the basis of the marks that the candidate has got in the written examination as well as in the SSB. So you can see here, for IMA, INA and AFA, the final cutoff is calculated out of 600, whereas for OTA, the final cutoff is calculated out of 400. So let's now look into the final cutoff of CTS 1 2017. For IMA, it was 249, for INA 241, for AFA 268, and it was 163 for OTA male and 164 for OTA women. For CTS 2 2017, the final cutoff was 244 for IMA, 237 for INA, 260 for AFA, 167 for OTA male, and 171 for OTA women. For CTS 1 2018, the IMA final cutoff was 240, 225 for INA, 279 for AFA, 154 for OTA male, and 150 for OTA women. For CTS 2 2018, 242 was the final cutoff for IMA, 228 for INA, 253 for AFA, 162 for OTA male, 163 for OTA women. For CTS 1 2019, the final cutoff for IMA was 242, for INA 233, for AFA 264, for OTA male 160, for OTA women 162. For CDS 2019, the final cutoff was 258 for IMA, 245 for INA, 272 for AFA, 176 for OTA male and 179 for OTA women. For CDS 2020, the final cutoff for IMA was 250, 242 for INA, 274 for AFA, 173 for OTA male and 177 for OTA women. For CDS 2020, the final cutoff for IMA was 263, for INA 257, for AFA 279, for OTA male 179 and for OTA women 178. For CDS 2021, the final cutoff for IMA was 268, for INA 260, for AFA 281, for OTA male 189 and for OTA women 191. The final cutoff is yet to be released for CDS 2021. Now that you have known about all the previous year's cutoff for the written exam as well as for the final cutoff, which consists of the written plus SSB interview marks, we are now looking into the CDS 2022 expected cutoff. Let's calculate on the basis of it. Now there is one simple criteria that all the candidates need to meet. That is, for IMA, INA, AFA and for OTA, whatever the academy is, your sectional cutoff should be 20% in each paper. Please make a note of it. There is a lot of myth which goes on like that if you are achieving the cutoff, the total cutoff in the written marks, then you are eligible. However, if you are not getting the sectional cutoff, that is 20% in each paper, you are not eligible. So you have to get 20% in each paper to be eligible. Now, let us look into the expected cutoff for the CDS 2022 exam. For IMA, it is said that the cutoff will be around 140 to 150. For INA, the expected cutoff will be between 130 to 140. For AFA, the expected cutoff will be between 150 to 160. And for OTA men and women, the cutoff will be between 100 and 110. Now, these expected cutoffs are calculated for the written examination. That is, for IMA, INA and AFA, these expected cutoffs will be out of 300, whereas for OTA, it will be out of 200. So now, let us also look into the final expected cutoff for all these academies as well for CDS 2022 exam. Now, if you look here very carefully, this is an overview chart of the cutoff marks that are expected for CDS 2022 exam. Now for English, the total marks is 100. For general knowledge, the total marks is also 100. And for mathematics, the total marks is 100. So for CDS aspirants, they had to take a 300 marks examination. That is, those of them who are eligible for IMA, INA and AFA. However, for OTA, they have to only sit for English and general knowledge. That is, they will be giving the examination for 200 marks. Now, if you look here for IMA and for every paper, the candidate has to score 20 out of 100. So, for IMA, the total score that the candidate has to crack out of 300 is 60. For INA also it is 60 and for AFA also it is 60, 20 in each paper. However, for OTA men and women, they have to score 40 out of 200. Again, it should be 20-20 in each paper. Now, the expected cutoff for the written examination out of 300 should be 140 to 150 in IMA, 130 to 140 in INA and 150 to 160 in AFA. And out of 200, it should be 100 to 110 in OTA men and women. For the final cutoff, let us expect for out of 600, 240 to 260 for IMA, 220 to 240 for INA, 250 to 280 for AFA and out of 400, the final cutoff is expected to be between 150 and 170 for OTA men and women. I hope that the expected cutoff is now absolutely clear for you. Now, I will come to those of the aspirants who want to take their CDS 2022 examination. For them, we have the course here within our app, which is CDS Exam Online Course 2022. What I would recommend is that you should start your preparation from today by downloading our app from the Google Play Store and by getting yourself enrolled into this course. Also, those of you who have taken the CDS 1 2022 exam and waiting for their SSB interview call-up letter should also start preparing for your SSB interview, since it will take a long time for you to prepare yourself. And for that also, we have provided an SSB interview online course, which is the best interview course in the entire market. So please get yourself enrolled into this particular course and also win a chance to be a part of our SSB interview live class, which takes place regularly and in monthly batches. Now I will also talk about the CDS examination. Since CDS 2 2022 aspirants are eagerly waiting for the notification and are eagerly waiting to prepare and appear for CDS 2 2022 exam, it is important for all of you to know what CDS exam is all about. CDS exam, or Combined Defense Services Examination, is a national level exam which is organized by the Union Public Service Commission or UPSC to recruit candidates for the IMA, that is Indian Military Academy, OTA, that is Officers Training Academy, INA or Indian Naval Academy, and IAFA, that is Indian Air Force Academy. The CDS exam is held twice in a year through an offline mode, where the candidates need to mark their answers on the OMR answer sheet. Now we will look into the eligibility criteria for CDS 2 2022 exam, which is very important for those of you who wish to apply for this particular examination. For IMA and INA, your age limit should be between 19 and 24 years. For Indian Air Force Academy, your age limit should be between 20 and 24 years. For OTA men and women, you have to be between 19 and 25 years. Now for Indian Military Academy, you should have a graduation degree. For INA, you should have a BE or BTech degree. For AFA, you should have a graduation or a BE BTech degree, where in 10+2, your subjects included physics and mathematics. For OTA men and women, you should have a graduation degree from any stream. Let us talk also about the different selection procedures you have to go through if you are appearing for CDS 2 2022 examination. First of all, you have to sit for the written exam, and then once you have qualified in the written exam, you have to wait for your SSB interview call letter. Once you get the call letter, you have to appear for the SSB interview. And then when you get recommended in it, you have to go for medical examination. Once you are declared medically fit, you have to wait for the merit list. And once you see your name in the merit list, you will get a joining letter to join the forces. Now we will also talk about the examination pattern that the CDS 2 2022 examination will follow. Now for admission to IMA, INA and AFA, you need to appear for 3 papers, namely English, General Knowledge and Elementary Mathematics. The duration of each of these papers is of 2 hours, and the number of questions that the English and General Knowledge will contain will be 120 questions each, whereas in Elementary Mathematics the number of questions will be 100. The marks for all of these 3 papers will be 100 marks each. For admission into OTA, the candidates have to appear for CDS OTA 2 2022 examination, and they have to sit for only 2 papers, which consist of English and General Knowledge, which will have a duration of 2 hours each and will have 120 questions in each, consisting of 100 total marks in each. Therefore, we will now look into the CDS 2 2022 marking system. For English, 120 questions will be asked and a total of 100 marks will be there. For General Knowledge, 120 questions will be asked and a total of 100 marks will be there. In both English and General Knowledge paper, for every correct answer, you will get a score of 0.83 marks. There is a negative marking also, and for every incorrect answer, you will lose 0.27 marks. However, in Elementary Mathematics paper, the total number of questions asked will be 100, which will have a total marking of 100. And for every correct answer in the mathematics paper, you will get a score of 1 mark, and for every incorrect answer, you will lose 0.33 marks. So for the IMA, INA and AFA candidates, you have to sit for 3 papers. That means you have to answer 340 questions for 300 marks. Whereas for OTA aspirants, you have to sit for only 2 papers, which will consist of 240 questions for 200 marks. Now, if you are fretting now by looking into the examination pattern, how to crack your CDS 2 2022 exam, we have provided the course for you inside our app, so you can get yourself enrolled into a CDS exam online course 2022 by downloading our app from the Google Play Store. However, the CDS OTA aspirants should also not worry, because we have a separate course for you, and that is CDS OTA exam online course 2022. You will also get all the subjects covered inside this course with full-fledged video lectures, PDF study materials, quizzes, sample practice Q&A, previous year's Q&A, practice sets and much more. Also, those of you who are interested to go for the SSB interview, especially for the CDS 1 2022 aspirants, can start preparing for their SSB interview by getting themselves enrolled into SSB interview online course, which is also you can get enrolled into by downloading our app from the Google Play Store. Now we will also look into the CDS 2 2022 expected exam vacancies. These are tentative vacancies and they are subject to change. Once the UPSC officially publishes the number of vacancies for CDS 2 2022 exam, we will update you further regarding it. But for now, these are tentative vacancies that will be filled up by CDS 2 2022 examination. For IMA Dehradun, the number of vacancies are 100. For INA Ezimala, the vacancies are 22. For AFA Hyderabad, the total number of vacancies are 32. For OTA Chennai men, the number of vacancies is 170. And for OTA Chennai women, the number of vacancies is 17. So by CDS 2 2022 exam, the UPSC is looking forward to fill up 341 seats available in all these IMA, INA, AFA and OTA academies. Now let us also look into the most important aspect for those of you who are interested to take the CDS 2 2022 examination, and that is the important dates that you can mark in your calendar. First of all, the UPSC has already published the dates in which the CDS 2 2022 exam notification will be out and the exam will take place. So the online application notification for CDS 2 2022 exam will be out on 18th May 2022. On the same date itself, the application procedure for CDS 2 2022 exam will start. The last date to apply online for this examination will be on 14th June 2022. The admit card will be released 2 weeks before the exam and the examination date is decided to be on 4th of September 2022, which is a Sunday, for CDS 2 2022 exam. The result, however, will be published in 1 month and you will get to know about your result for CDS 2 2022 exam in October 2022 itself. So now that you know these important dates to consider, if you are a CDS 2 2022 aspirant, please mark them in your exam calendar and start preparing for your CDS examination from today. Now, for those of you who have taken CDS 1 2022 exam and waiting for their SSB interview call letter, should also start preparing for their SSB interview, and there are certain tips that I want to recommend you here. First of all, you should be aware of your strengths and weaknesses and how you are able to utilize your strength or how you are working on to overcome your weaknesses. These questions will be asked of you in SSB, especially in your personal interview. So make sure that you are exploring yourselves very, very detailed way in order to answer these questions in a much more strong way. Also gain knowledge about the force you want to join. That is, if you are interested to join the Air Force, why you want to join the Air Force and not Navy or Indian Army. Make sure that you also know about the latest defense deals, news, exercises and so on related to not only the force that you want to join but other two forces as well. Focus on your fitness, as the fitness will help you to give your best performance in the group tasks in SSB interview. Also, keeping yourself in shape helps you to boost your confidence and project a positive vibe about yourself in SSB, which can be appreciated and assessed very correctly by the assessors in the entire SSB interview procedure. Also, work on your communication skills, since the communication skills are the only way in which the assessors will be able to know how well you are a team player and how you're able to adjust with your group members. Read English books, newspapers or any novels of your preferable genre, especially for those of you who want to work on your English communication skills. Watch good English movies or documentaries. This will help you to gain knowledge as well as also give you a different insight of your communication. It will also teach you how to modulate your voice and how to brush up your pronunciation and accent. Make SSB prep buddies and converse with each other in English. This will help you also to boost your motivation and also will help you to give you the group dynamics for better group bonding, which will obviously be projected in your SSB interview. Last but not the least, if you want all these tips to come together and if you want all these things in one place, we are at your disposal. So what you need to do is that you need to join our SSB interview online course, which is available inside our app, and you can prepare easily and very efficiently with the help of our top-notch recommended tutors and also by your buddies, which will obviously come in our SSB interview live classes. So you can join our SSB interview course, and we have already opened the 1-year full access SSB online course 2022 for you. So those of you who want to give the entire time for SSB interview preparation can also take advantage of this full-fledged course that we have provided to you. In order to get a hand of this particular course, you can obviously enroll yourselves into this course by downloading our app from the Google Play Store. Also, if you're preparing for any other written defense exams, make sure that you are checking out the large plethora of courses that we have provided inside our app. Last but not the least is to get yourself enrolled into the courses and using the code Warrior10 so that you can get an extra 10% off in any of them. So I hope that this session has been quite useful for you. I wish you all the best for the especially CDS 1 2022 aspirants who have taken their examination and waiting to appear for SSB interview. Please start your preparation from today. And also, I want to wish you all the best for CDS 2 2022 aspirants who want to appear for this exam and want to take up your preparation by downloading our app and getting yourself enrolled into our course. I'll see you next with something more interesting and helpful for your upcoming written defense exams and SSB interview. Till then, stay tuned to SSB Crack exams and always stay positive and motivated. Jai Hind.